To Math 3410. I just want to go through this with you and welcome you to your class. So the first thing I'm going to go through is I'm going to go through your course syllabus, which is right here. I'll post your office hour in roughly a week. All of your material is online. The most important thing, that way to contact me, is through my email right here. And when you do, it helps me to better assist you and answer your question a lot more quickly if you follow this template for email. The most important part of this template is if you can just take a screenshot of your question. So just take a screenshot of your question, include it in the email, and write out what your question is, if it's just how to solve that problem or whatnot. Also helpful is what you tried as a solution, and also the course name and number. Okay, so, but if there's one thing that helps the most, is just if you can take a quick screenshot and send it to me. Okay, so just send it to this email address right here. Put your name somewhere in either in the body of the text and the course name in the title. Okay. If I see your email right away, I'll respond right away. Just keep in mind that I try and live as much as I can a balanced life. So, if you email me late at night, it could be the next day, or if I get a lot of emails, it could take up to 2 days for me to respond. But generally, I try and respond within 1 to 2 days. Okay. This course covers these topics: computing continuous and discrete probabilities, analyzing data, estimating parameters, confidence intervals, central limit theorem, hypothesis testing, and linear regression. Okay, this corresponds to these chapters of your textbook. Okay, the prerequisite for this course is a C or better, and your grading breakdown is as follows. So your homework's 30%, that's worth 2 exams, and each of the 3 exams is worth 15%. Okay. There'll be a review for each of your 3 exams, but not the final exam. The exams are not cumulative, so they just correspond to specific sections. Your final exam, however, is cumulative. Your exam dates have some flexibility, as this is an online class and you all have schedules that you're taking this course because you need some or want some flexibility. So the first exam is open May 18th through the 26th. Exam 2 is the 14th through 23rd. Exam 3 is 12th through 23. And your final is August 3rd through the 12th. Okay. So your homework is posted to Canvas under the main chat. And once you get your final percentage, your grade is calculated as follows. Now, these percentages indicate the minimum grade or percentage required for the grade. So for example, the minimum percentage you need for an A is 94%. So you get 93.5. That lies in this category of an A minus. Okay. So likewise, if you get a 90.5%, that's a B plus. Okay. So these are the minimum percentages that you need. Okay. Now let's just go through and look at what you have. So for this first week, you're a little bit busy. You have a review, you have a textbook material, counting and probability, and you have a syllabus quiz. So this first week is a little bit busy, but a typical week looks like just one quiz, and this quiz Each week you'll have a quiz and it corresponds to material in your textbook. So week 2 is just one quiz, corresponds to chapter 2. Week 3 is just one quiz, it corresponds to part of chapter 3. Then you'll get to your exam. Okay, you have a practice exam. You can take that as many times as you like, and ideally get full credit. And then when you're ready, you can take your real exam. Okay. In week 5, this theme continues. You have just one quiz, and that is on the rest of chapter 3. In week 6, you have just one quiz, and it's on chapter 4. Okay. So that's the general theme of your course, and it continues like this. Let's just look at one thing here. So for example, discrete geometric binomial. Let's see if I can preview it. So let's go to student view. Okay. And in the student view, if I was to click on these probability rules, okay, before I begin, it links me to the video lecture, and in this instance there's some additional notes that you can reference, and it tells me some optional textbook problems that I could work out before taking the quiz, and it tells me to read chapter 2. Okay, so if I want to begin this, a quiz might look like this. So here it lets you access these materials, and it asks you questions about tossing coins and probabilities of tossing coins. It says in a certain geographic location, 10% of individuals have disease A, 15% have disease B, and 5% have both. It asks me certain questions about these individuals in this population. Okay, so this is what your quiz will look like. So these are multiple choice questions. Let me just return to the main page, and let's go over a syllabus quiz. So in the syllabus quiz, it says you have 2 attempts, and in general, for most of your homework, you're going to have 2 attempts, and it's going to record your average score of the 2 attempts. So this is a quiz on your syllabus. You can have your syllabus open as you take this quiz. And here, notice the question is a little bit different. It says select all answers that apply. So for instance, if you read the syllabus, it'll list what your textbook is. But let's suppose, this is the right answer and this is the wrong answer. If I click the right answer and the wrong answer, I'm going to get 0 points. So wrong answers are worth negative points. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So if I was to select all answers that apply, and I just selected the ones that I know is right, and I think that one's right, but none of the others. So let's see what happens. Okay, so let's just submit this. Okay. Okay, so I'll submit this, I'll record it, and I'll submit it anyway. Okay. So you should notice I didn't do very well on this quiz. I got no points on this question because I selected 1 correct answer and 1 incorrect answer. Okay. In this question, I only got 1 out of 5 points because I only selected one correct answer and no other correct answers or incorrect answers. So just keep that in mind when the question says select all answers that apply, that in this instance I got no points even though I got a correct answer because I also selected an incorrect answer. It's just something to be aware of. Okay, so that is your general outline for the course, and it should give you a good idea as to the policies and also what to expect each week. So each week generally there is one quiz to complete and set for the first week. On exam weeks you have a practice exam and an actual exam until you get to the final. Then that is a comprehensive exam. Okay, so thank you very much, and welcome to Math 3410.